So in the last session, you, in the aftermath of killing Lord Castellanta, during the twins' birthday party, you managed to escape. You met Mert, who bought you a little bit of time to get away from the villa. With deep sorrow over the loss of Tavis, and carrying his body out of the villa, and in retreat, deciding that the best course of action was to head to the House of the Holy Hands and seek the advice of Sikaris, who knew a healer who he could possibly get in touch with and maybe try and revive Tavis at a cost, at a very, very large cost. Leaving him in the hands of Sikaris, she then left and went back to see Frederick in Trollskull, before being picked up in a carriage and taken away to a secret location towards the coast and the sea caves, if you like, of Waterdeep, where you were in attendance of a secret meeting of the Lords of Waterdeep, unable to really ascertain who anyone is. The standard garb and the standard voice that is produced due to the magical mask that they wear. There was some argument over what should become of the party now that they've actually killed a noble, regardless of what that noble did or didn't do. After that, and after some conflict between them, you then meet the actual Lord of Waterdeep herself, who tells you about some of the issues that she's having with magic. She's not as strong and is not as powerful as she once was, and she fears that over time that this ruse that she's got will become public knowledge, and she will lose control of the city, and perhaps the city will fall into less favourable hands. She's also with Jalister at this point, who's part of the Lord's Alliance and a good friend of Sildar, who tells you that Sildar's body had been recovered in the docks with a lot of sadness. So with that, you then headed back to Trollskull, where you then met up with some of your friends, which also included Esville, and Esville. Sorry, as well. While you were actually on the discussion, it was actually deemed that the penalty for what you'd done would be to go into the Undermountain, and part of that would be to try and restore Silverhand's magic. There's something down there that can try and restore her magic, and you agreed to go down there, letting Esville Rosnar know that her brother is down there himself, and he's gone lost and misses for some time, and he's involved in some disreputable activities, and she asked if you can try and locate him. And there's also the ask that came from Three Strings as well regarding a debt to be paid for the Harpers, which was in Trollskull as well. Seeing that it was about time, getting closer to midnight, you then decided that now was the time to head back to the House of the Holy Hands, where once there you get led into the crypt, you see Tavis and the healer, and the ritual is performed. However, in order for the ritual to succeed, there needs to be a willing soul to return. At that point, when the question is asked, we stop the session. Anything anyone wants to add into any of that? Paul, have we got you back now?
Yeah, I think so.
Mochi, are you with us?
Yep. Just to clarify the general plan, that we basically had until sunset the next day, didn't we, to get out of Dioge.
Dioge. It's so So, on vogue, on point.
Out of Diodka.
Doging. Okay, so.
Oh shit! Nearly went flying again.
One other thing, having watched it back, the party was given information, weren't they, about other people who had been down the portal and survived. They got told the story about Mert and the guy who runs the portal, both having been down there and survived. So that might be something that we might choose to pick up with them.
You don't know, you're dead.
I know, but I did watch the session, so it was discussed.
Yeah, where's Mert? Where do we know Mert from?
Travis's main, no,
Met's,
Isla's main man, isn't he?
yeah, he's the guy from the Harpers.
All right, okay.
Okay.
So just a quick one. With leveling up, and us getting new abilities and things like that, how do we learn of these new abilities? Would you say?
I think it would all depend on what the ability is, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, if you're tapping into new magic, then, you know, this can just be as part of a study and a rest, you know, in terms of, you know, this is what I'm all about, this is what I'm studying, and, you know, it's the easiest way of doing it without getting bogged down into, you know, transforming all the party in some sort of narrative way.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, even to a point of I'll let off a spell. Oh, that's new. Didn't know that. That's maybe as much as it needs to be, but we know we level up. We know that we progress. We know we get more things. It's just a case of just playing through it.
Okay.
Yeah, you play that as much as you want, Jimbo, because your magic comes from a specific place, doesn't it?
Yeah, you can lean into it, especially for Jimbo. Yeah.
Well, and that's why I was thinking it, because one of my new abilities is, will be Far Scribe, where I can write a name into my Book of Shadows, or have them write their name, and then I can write a message to them, and they can respond. So I was like trying to think of a way that I could learn that information, basically.
Yeah. You know, if you rest and you go into the ring for your short rest or whatever else, you come back with knowledge from your patron.
Yeah. Okay.
Doesn't need to be any more than that.
All right. Cheers.
Okay. So with that, midnight, under the House of Holy Hands, deep in the crypt, 3 stone plinths, 2 of which are empty, the central one holding the body of Tavis. Zakaris stands close, and the healer stands above him with his arms out. Candles flicker all around the room as the ritual comes to its ultimate conclusion. And the healer asks, "Do we have a willing soul?" Silence in the room is extraordinary. You could hear a pin drop as we sit and we wait for Tavis's eyes to open or remain closed. So, Tavis.
So yeah, in some place between here and the other world, I suppose, Tavis feels something trying to pull him back. He's felt something similar before, but that time he knew it was directly related to Isla. Kind of, no time had passed. It was instinctual. But now it feels like he's got more time to think about it, and he does think, and he thinks about the corruption in Waterdeep and how hopeless that has felt, and the fact that he's been here before, he's let the team down before. But he also thinks of his sense of loyalty to the party and to how far they've managed to get, and also back home and to his mother and to unresolved issues. And ultimately the answer is yes, the soul's willing, and you'll see his eyes flicker open and a sharp intake of breath and trying to look around and see where he is, what's happened, who this was that brought him back.
You're in a space of black, and you've been here before, and it's a slow falling. It doesn't feel like you're dropping like a stone, but it just feels like that you're falling. Seconds ago, you were on a sandy ridge looking over this abyss, and the sand is just receding back before you fall with it. And you don't feel scared of the fall, but what you are scared of is that you fall too far and you'll never come back. You'll never see that sand again. That sand just keeps falling. And you are in that quiet space, that quiet contemplation of thinking about friends and what they mean to you and what they face if you're not there as part of that group. And in the background, you can hear what just sounds like the sea. It just sounds like a rush of water, like a wave. But this wave is just steadily getting bigger. It doesn't seem to, flow. It's just constantly coming in and coming into the shore. There's no water. It's just black. Above, a light seemingly coming from nowhere, and sand falling with you in like a waterfall as you're just drifting further and further away. This wave sound is getting louder and louder and louder to a point where it's almost deafening. And at the point where you can almost feel the rumble in your chest of the wave about to wash over and crush you, you make that decision. You make the decision to continue on and to support with what you believe is right, and your eyes open.
So I just look around. Is everybody there?
Yep.
So I panic. I think like, guys, you're all right. I'm so sorry. Where am I? Where are we? What happened?
There's a lot going on. All that matters is that you've woken up.
Thank you for. How did Isla? Is this you?
No, not this time, friend. We got you back to the House of the Holy Hands. You went a bit rogue on us, shall we say, against Lord Castellanter there. You got a bit too involved, and sadly you fell. But we won. Well, kind of. Managed to get you back here. Saved your life again. You're gonna start owing me soon.
I do. I listen. I owe all of you, and thank you for getting me back.
As you're about to sort of sit up and get into this big spiel and thanks, Sakaris sort of pushes you back down, and so you're lying flat, and he starts to mop your brow with a cold sort of flannel rag, just to try and ease you, saying, just take a minute. You need to give yourself a minute.
Yeah, I feel like it.
You can feel that you're sweating, that your palms, your body's sweating, your heartbeat is raised. You feel exhausted. There's a pain behind your eyes and the back of your head. It's just there's a lot.
Interesting point. all the time that you guys have spent with Tavis, he's always had both. Most of the time, he's had both a bandana wrapped around his head and his hood up. 99% of the time that you've ever seen him. Would you say that's been removed in this procedure with Sakaris?
Yeah, I think
So-
it's probably the first time they're actually seeing you
So
without that. Yeah.
what you also see about Tavis, and as you guys are close and observing, is his normal elven ears that should shape up to points are cut off at a flat sort of human level in a really nasty jagged scars that look almost just look really disgusting, like you almost want to look away from that. That's not something Tavis would point out, but that's something that you would see, seeing him like this.
And hair color as well, being white,
Yeah, like pure silver white.
quite short.
Yeah, it's hidden out the way.
So he's like Joker, but with his ears. I probably wouldn't pass any comment on that, to be fair. Not at this point. Not after that ordeal.
So I think at this point, this was more or less. He's asked a couple of questions, but he's been made to focus again on how he actually feels by Sakaris kind of saying this, and he's just lying there now, trying to feel better, but in a pretty shocking state.
I say after he had just said he owes us, I just say to him, "It's all right. We'll send you the bill." And I'll just slump against the wall as a wave of relief washes over me.
And I'll say, Tavis, you need to rest up, and I know you've been through a time and had an ordeal. And I'll explain everything that's happened since, getting taken, meeting the Lord of Waterdeep, and basically the task that's kind of been laid out in front of us. I'll say, listen, you've got another choice to make. As far as the city's concerned, you're dead. You could get out of this city, and make a life for yourself. You don't have to come with us. You're not bound to come with us down into the dungeon. We could probably do with you down there, if I'm being honest. You've got a good skill set when you use it right. And just kind of punch him in the arm. But
How many hit points am I actually on?
one.
Nah, it's not like that. What? Oh, Bruce Lee.
No, just crack him in the face. No, so we won't hold you to coming down there with us. You've ultimately paid the sacrifice of your life that you've got back twice. Rest up tonight. We've got to go. We've got to be gone from this city by sundown tomorrow. But I don't know if I think if you're not going to come with us, then you need to be out of the city by that time too.
I need to stay with you guys. I owe you guys. I do need to rest, and I think at that point probably just pass out.
And I just turn around and say, "Well, it's a good job he didn't tell me he took this portable hole."
Yeah, with
so-
that, you start to sort of see that people, especially like the orphans and things like that, they start to move out of the room now, knowing that he's alive and that you're having this moment. People start to sort of filter out, including Esville and Renier as well. They start to walk away and give you all some space down there.
I just kind of look around at everyone and go, well, I don't know about you, but this has been a day, and I personally could do with getting my head down, getting some sleep. We need to get up early tomorrow and set our affairs in order. And ultimately, we've got to give the vast majority of this gold back after we've done what shopping we need to do with it. And I think with that, I turn around to Thorin and go, have you got some coin in that bag of holding? At the end of the day, this is the city's coin, and I intend to give it back to the city, at least some of it. Have you got 1,000 gold that I can give to these guys to, do some good in this area?
Was the bill? I can't think. Was the bill settled before, or were you settling it now?
We
I
paid it
can't-
before.
I think we paid it before, but this is just like an on the top of, donation to the church.
In nomine Patri et Filii
Spiritus Sancti.
Spiritus Sancti.
Yeah, I'll take 1,000 gold out of the vault supply and hand it over to the priest.
And also, the gold wise, we've got a fuck ton of this stored in the portable hole. Are we leaving the portable hole? Or are we going to be emptying out this gold in the tavern, in the cellar, and taking the hole with us?
I think we need the whole.
Okay. So, maybe when we get back, as shit as a job that's going to be for old Frederick, maybe you can start stockpiling the gold and just take what we need to do some, or we can do our shopping first. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, do our shopping first, and then take our stuff back to the tavern.
Cool. It's going to be a pretty wild way to pay for stuff, isn't it? Just make some space on the floor while I get me wallet out.
Well, yeah. I mean, if we need to pay for it from the bag of holding, then that's easier, isn't it?
Yeah. So with that,
There's 13,000 in the bag of holding.
with that, I'll just kind of clasp Tavis on the shoulder and just say, "Can you look after him for the night? Make sure he gets a rest, some food, some water. Just make sure that sending stone wise, he's got one that he can get in contact with us." So just say,
Yeah, I
Has he
take it
got a-
out and hand it to him.
has he got a sending stone already? Has he got a sending stone on his body?
No, we picked it up off him. I've got it.
All right, so we'll leave one sending stone back and just say, yeah, he'll know what to do with this. Just make sure he gets it. And then we can go about our business tomorrow morning, and then when he's feeling right and rain, he'll either come to the tavern and find us, or know where to find us.
Right, so sending stone wise, I have number 1, and so does Morthos. And Negan and Tavis have got 2.
Fine.
Okay.
Did you get it back off Esville?
Yeah.
Cool. So with that, we'll make tracks back to the. Well, I'm making tracks back to the tavern anyway.
As you're about to leave, you see that Sakaris covers Tavis over with more blankets. These ones, rather than being sort of thin sheets that the ritual's been cast in, are sort of more thick, rough woolen blankets, supports put under his head, and you can sort of see that he's almost in a fever. The amount of sweat that's just rolling out of his forehead. He looks like he's grey-skinned anyway, but he looks paler than that. And as you reach the stone stairs that take you back up to the main temple, you hear Tavis sort of utter the words in a desperate tone, but not in a yell. He hasn't got the energy to yell. But you hear, "No, Father, don't hurt her." and you take the stairs, leaving him in the fever that he's in, to come round.
And I throw a lemon at its head.
You can roll for that, like.
No.
The nail in the coffin.
No. I just head back to the tavern.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't take you long. It's probably about a 20-25 minute walk to get back to the tavern, and you sort of all do it in relative silence. If there's anything that you want to discuss on your way. After the 20-25 minutes, you sort of you get back and all back in the tap room. You see sort of Frederick tidying around, just sort of moving tables and chairs and sort of setting everything right before taking his leave for some rest. Is there anything that you guys want to do?
No, I just say, I don't know. Let's just get our heads down, get the sleep that we need, get up, in good time. Like, what time is it now? Like 1 a.m, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll
Even
say
half past.
let's get up. Let's get up 9, 9:30. Quick breakfast. Maybe if we've got any stuff that we want to sell, get rid of, don't need. At the end of the day, where we're going, we need to travel quite light. So let's get our bags packed and sort our shell.
Tunes are my new molten hammer and also my shield.
What, you getting them out, are you? What's that?
Yes, I'm getting them out.
Before you head to bed?
Yeah. Before I get to bed, just gonna pull them out, and then obviously.
Yeah. Well, the shield, if I remember correctly, is in the cellar, and you go to that broken bit of wall, the wood that's sort of been put in, that Ulfgar removed, and you pull out this scale. And you can sort of see that obviously there's been alterations. There's been a strap put in there to make it a shield, but it's ultimately a scale in itself. Probably, I'd say it was probably about sort of 3 foot, and sort of shield shaped. But obviously, it was a scale starting at the top in a deep red, and then getting lighter towards the bottom to a bright red at the tip.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are you guys doing?
Yeah, I'll head up to my room and I'll get out my Book of Shadows and start messing around with that, and I'll use a ritual casting of Identify, just to see if it holds any secrets that I haven't yet discovered.
On the what, sorry?
The Book of Shadows.
That's your personal book.
Yeah.
As you're sifting through the book, which is almost like a ritual in itself of just flicking through and seeing the pages, recognizing the words and the passages that's on it. As you turn a page, you see something completely unexpected, a new page of writing that wasn't there before. You take time just to study over it, and you can make out that there are certain things that seem to be prominent within the script. This script is old. You can make out bits and pieces, and trying to transcribe it is work in itself. But you can see that there's a reoccurring word around a message and around a written word that you can start to piece together and decipher.
Yeah, okay, I study that for a bit, and yeah, and then I head off to bed.
Okay. Anyone else staying up to do anything else?
No.
Okay. Yeah, you all drift off into an uneasy sleep, really, because there's a slight relief over where you've come from, what you've had to overcome and endure. There's an uneasiness in terms of Tavis being left alone in the crypt, having just gone through the ordeal, and then there's a looming, almost dread or worry in terms of where you're going to next. What does the dungeon hold? There aren't many people that have successfully worked their way through that dungeon and come out and tell the tale. Hence why the story that you heard is so prevalent and meaningful. Sleep takes each of you as you take your long rest. And when you wake, the dawn, you feel that you're nearing the end of the summer. What would you like to do?
So, personally, for me, I'd be up pretty handy. Kind of getting my pack out, taking everything out my pack, and kind of repacking everything that I feel I would need, and just getting all the other stuff and putting it to one side, ultimately to take down and just put on a table downstairs, just to see if anyone wants the stuff, or basically so we can sell this shit that we don't need or want.
So you're going laying down the stuff on the table.
Yeah.
Do I feel when I wake? Or do you want to deal with that separate?
No, you'll be waking when around the same time, I imagine. You're alone in the crypt, and you can see that it's a round room, this, but over to one side there is a unit with your belongings neatly piled.
And when I stir to move and stuff, do I feel? No, I'm gonna feel like pretty shit. But do I feel like me? Do I feel relatively healthy, re-energized?
There's a few things, really.
Yeah.
Yes, you feel re-energized, but you feel battered and bruised. You feel that you have got a remarkable amount of energy that feels good. It feels like it's a good day to be alive today, and it feels like you made an impossible choice and you're happy with that choice. Albeit the bumps, the bruises, and the wounds that you've taken are still present and still sore and aching. You make your way over to your belongings. The But deep down in your heart of hearts, you really do wonder how many more times you could possibly put yourself through
Yeah.
this ordeal. That there is a shadow to doing that.
Yeah. Okay, and that's Tavis for Matt. Are my hit points back to what they should be? Yeah, cool.
Yep.
I think I'd have hopefully woken at a decent time. I'd see the sending stone, but I'd know how useful they were, and I'd probably I'd be careful and use it. So I'd get on the sending stone. And send a message to Negan, having got dressed, reacquainted my gear, put that all on. I wouldn't know who had the other sending stone actually. And I'd be like, guys, this is Tavis. Where are you? I need to get back to you. I really hope one of you guys has a portable fucking hole.
Does it wake me up like an alarm, or do I just hear it?
I'd say you'd be stirring, and then you'd hear the message coming from the stone.
I just sort of lean over and then say, Tavis, we're back at Troll Skull. Come and meet us here.
And there's no further reply, obviously, that's not how sending works, but Tavis's experience there is like a wave of really strong emotional wave of I made the right choice. Just hearing the strength in Negan's voice and hearing the absolute lack of question in his sort of utteration that that's what I should do and that that's the right thing, kind of just for Tavis is really reinforcing that that's where he belongs, those are his people, and that he's, I suppose, wanted. And with that, I would make as many thanks as I can and try and take my leave and offer that I owe Sakaris and whoever else. In fact, I'd specifically ask Sakaris who it was that brought me back, who they're aligned to, and how I might ever be able to repay them.
It doesn't matter who he is, and the debt has been paid. Now is not the time to be looking backwards, Tavis. You're not out of the woods yet.
Yeah, I know. I would like to know who it was, but I appreciate you have to keep your secrets. Is there a certain power, I know there are many gods in the Pantheon, is there a certain power that was drawn on to bring me back?
I would never ask that question. They're a trusted friend. I don't believe that they have ill will, but when you came to me, it was a desperate time. Your friends paid handsomely for you. I think you need to put this behind you now and go to them.
Well, if you ever do need anything, or if they do, in spite of the gold, I consider myself to be in your debt. but I do wish to return to my friends. Thank you. I don't understand your faith, but I think I know good people, and I'm forever grateful.
He puts his hand out for a handshake, but he clasps you around the forearm, and you do him as well. And he holds you quite tight in that grip. Just be careful. Where you're going, there are no second chances.
Yeah,
Or, in your case, third and fourth chances. And with that, he does give a snigger and a laugh when he pats you on the shoulder.
I can only hope I've learned my lessons, and I'll make my way back to Troll Skull by foot, by the lesser known alleys, I would say.
Yeah, and the air smells sweeter, the sun a little brighter. It's a nice morning, and you walk along with a sense that the people that are inhabiting this city that are going about their lives have got no idea how close to a cataclysm or disaster or evil that they actually came, and a sense of no gratitude coming your way is there, but also a feeling of being a silent hero as you continue to walk towards Trollskull, bearing that secret, bearing that knowledge. Well, Thomas is walking back. It's going to take about 20-25 minutes. Everyone else starting to stare and get up.
Yeah, I'll do my normal morning routine of waking up and going out on the balcony and looking up and down the street. Just taking in the morning before I head downstairs. And before I head down, I'll take note of the writing that I put into the wall the day before, the names. Just touch the names and then head down.
Hagen?
Yeah, when I've obviously sent the message to Tavis and I put the stone down, I look at obviously the hammer and the shield, and do I feel any different about them now?
Yeah. Yeah, your lineage is fire. You were born into fire. Your every sense of your nature is fire. The essence of burning and heat. And you feel that you get the same sense from both of these items that you carry, that they're a personification of you, that they belong to you, that they attach to you. And as you clench the hammer, you see, just like Thorin's ring, you see that the molten rock, where the gaps and the seams within it, they start to light and to burn, and that burn becomes brighter from a dull light to a bright orange to almost a white as you grip it. And as you let go of your grip, that seems to die down, and you get the sense that you're one with it, but also it's one with you.
I put the molten hammer usually where my trident would go. Pick my trident up, but I'm just carrying it, and then I put the shield on the side, and then make my way downstairs.
As you do, you see Isla has laid out items on the tables. You can see that Frederick's pouring out hot tea into cups.
And then what's going on?
Sorry, I missed that.
I say I just take one of the cups of tea, and then I say to Isla, "What's going on?"
So, I'm just putting out all the stuff that we've accumulated over this time. So if you want any of it,
Are you looking to get rid of any of that?
if you want anything from it, help yourselves. It's nothing that I've needed, just stuff the party's accumulated over time, and it's going up for grabs.
What have you got?
Ref first WhatsApp picture sent to group.
While that's going on, I just want to tell that everyone on his way back. He messaged.
I'll say some of the stuff on there, obviously, I think is already given out, but I think most of it's on there. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll head down at this point and I'll see what he's doing and start doing the same.
Whilst I'm there, I'll also take the deeds to the tavern and give that to Frederick to look after.
Yeah, he takes in his large paw, and he. I'll keep that safe.
Other than that, I also put out a scroll of silence and protection from Fae scroll as well.
Yeah, I'll put out the black spider staff, scroll of fireball, scroll of augury, the yellow potion with an eyeball in it, which
You're
is
not putting that scroll of augury into your book.
I did, but it doesn't consume it when I write it down, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, sick.
So I've done that. And then I continue. I take out the ring of cold protection. Is anybody wearing that?
Nope.
I take that as no. I put that down. The necklace with the red bead. And a bearded devil head. Put that on the table too.
Wow.
It's not in the best state.
Nice. Breakfast.
Maybe Frederick, maybe find a way of preserving this and sticking it on the wall. I don't know. Is it too far gone? Do you think?
Hey man, yeah, it's definitely too far gone. As you're starting to rifle through the car boot sale of items that you've accumulated over your past months of working together. Tavish, you're sort of nearing now the troll skull in the street itself. You can see that Corellan's crown is still boarded up. There's a guy that's working on the outside of it again that you've seen knocking about. Seems to have a young boy with him as well. In the distance, you see the sort of crowds that sort of gather Miranda in the streets, sort of moving out of the way as a carriage. It was a normal everyday sight, but the carriage starts to come through, and then you see the carriage turn into the street towards Trollskull, and as it turns and you sort of see that broad side of the carriage, you can see that it's all black, distinctive carriage of Mert, the carriage that you were in yesterday. Sorry, the carriage that you'd seen the other day when Isla had gone out to. Saying that, I don't even think you've seen that. I think you were in the Castle at the Villa at the time.
I think I did see it. I went to the door to track Isla as he went to get in it and keep an eye. Yeah.
Yeah, you recognise this this black carriage, very distinctive as it starts to head towards Trollskull.
Yeah, I'll continue to track it, heading the same way, but try to keep out of sight.
Well, it's just going down. You can see where Trollskull, as you turn the corner, you can see that it's now
sweet.
sort of pulling up outside of Trollskull. For those that are inside, and you see that this carriage pulls up, you can see that the servant of Mert gets out and he opens up the door, and he just stands patiently by the open door.
So they don't see, but I see Mert standing by the door.
No, you don't see anyone. They see the servant of Mert standing on the other side. You're coming down, and it's parts.
Yeah, cool.
In front of the.
Cool.
While we're sorting through our stuff, I'll start talking to Isla about this new function that I found in the book of Shadows. I show him the book. I was like, this is the book that I use for casting rituals. I was like, but I found this page last night, and I show him the page. I was like, and I tell him, and I go through it. And I was like, so you see here, so this part here. If I get people to write their names in it, I think I'll be able to message them from anywhere. They'll hear it like a sending spell, and then be able to respond, and the writing will appear on the page. Do you want to try it?
Do I trust him?
Oh, do you trust him?
Don't know, crafty motherfucker. And I say, will this do any damage long term? Is there any trickery to this?
Not that I can tell. I can't see any foul means to it.
I'll take a parchment or whatever, some pen, and write my name into it. And I'll also, but assuming that this is a similar time that the wagon pulls up. So if I see that, then I'll say to Thorin, well, look, if it is, it's Mert. Let me just go pop and see what's going on, and maybe we can try this whilst I'm out there.
Yeah.
Mert alert.
So I go outside and see if we can see Mert the Blaze.
Mert the Blaze? As you head out, you don't see him. You just see that the carriage is empty. Very similar to the scenario from the day before. Only this time he's not holding cloths to wrap around your eyes, and he sort of greets you with a nod, and then offers a hand towards the open carriage door.
So are you here to take us on our shopping adventures and be our taxi for the day?
I believe so, my lord.
No. Well, why don't you pop on in and have a quick cup of tea while we just get the last few bits and bobs together, and then we'll be right with you.
No, the person where you're going to see is well, his time is quite precious, and he's not the most accessible. So,
Hey,
we're on a
Isla,
tight
keep your rotten
schedule.
feet off the table. I write it down in the book.
Do I hear that?
Would he hear that?
Yes, you would.
I was like, what the fuck?
But it wouldn't necessarily sound like me. It'd sound like me, but kind of whispery.
Oh, okay.
And the servant stands there and says, "I don't take kindly to your language.
Sorry. it's
Murray
just me.
has sent you this in good faith. He's trying to help you. Please get on board, and I'll have to tell him that one of his agents is behaving in this manner."
You'll get used to me. Let me just go and get the others.
Tavish, you're now sort of alongside the carriage. You can sort of see that Isla's walking back in towards the back into Trollskull.
Yeah, I'd want to. Yeah, definitely catch up to Isla, dart inside. In fact, if I at the moment I get Isla's attention, my intention would be to hug him like a full embrace, like a thank you. Like, I know you did this for me again. I remember your words just about from last night. I'm with you guys, whatever you need. This is more of a family than I've had. Any help I can give, I'm here.
Isla looks visibly uncomfortable with that human contact. Just kind of like, kind of pat him on the arm. Yeah, listen, it's fine. Just don't go dying again. It's quite traumatic for us as well, you know.
I don't not see that. We'll have to unpack this later.
Nah, I'm just fucking with you. Right, we need to get the others and get going. We've got to go shopping. We've got to get some stuff. So I've left a load of stuff on the table. Help yourself to anything on there that you want, but be quick about it. And I'll pop my head into the time and go, guys, the ride's here. If we want to go shopping, we've got to go now.
I'll just walk up to Tavis and shake his hand. So you gave us quite a scare there, mate. It's good to have you back.
Yeah, thank you. Fuck, I've got a lot to catch up on. I'm not really myself. I suppose you sorted out your debt? Or does that not matter anymore?
I don't think it matters anymore. We'll see. I think we've got bigger things to worry about now.
Do we have time to go through any of this stuff that Isla laid out? Or is this the thing, or we have to go with Mert's carriage now?
I think we could probably take a minute.
You seem pretty certain that you had to go to meet your appointment.
Cool.
Do you leave the stuff there, or do you gather it up?
So grab the stuff. See what we can go through in the. So we can go through in the carriage, and then anything that we don't want, we can at least, if this guy's a salesman, at least we can just sell it and just get rid. Or alternatively, leave it to Frederick and leave anything valuable for Frederick, and he can sell it as he sees fit. Maybe that's a better idea.
I chuckle at Isla's response to the message and close the book, putting it away. and then I'll gather the items that are on the side. I'll take the potion of Frost Giant Strength and give it to Negan. I think this is best probably used on you, mate.
What is it?
So it'll make you really strong.
I don't need it, but thank you.
It'll make you stronger, mate.
I like Negan's accent. That's a winner.
Yeah, and pack up the stuff and head off into the cart.
Okay, so potion of Frost Giant Strength has gone to Negan. Okay, we'll take all the stuff with us in the cart. We'll go through it, and then whatever we don't have, we can just give it to Frederick, and he can use it to support the tavern.
As you're leaving, Isla, you hear Frederick saying, "Well, are you coming back, or? I mean, is this it? What?" He sort of looks back at the tavern, and then looks back at you.
No, I say we'll come back. We'll be back.
He sort of has like a concerned look on his face.
We wouldn't leave without saying goodbye. One more for the road and all that.
Out of curiosity, does Tavis look tired? Is he exhausted? Has he got? Let's talk meta. Is he exhausted? Has he got any exhaustion levels from this resurrection?
That was what I was trying to ask in roleplay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have said so. No, I don't see that you're in a stressful situation where you're straight up and then back at it. He's got time to. He's got time to recover and recuperate.
He slept since then.
Yeah, I don't see it as a thing.
Okay.
Yeah, so you board the carriage. The door closes. You sit next to Tavis, who's looking pale and shaking. You can sort of see that his hands are shaking a little. But you're seeing him alive and well.
Okay.
When I get in, sit down and
Can I grab a little tea from before we go? I just really not feeling. Yeah, I'll just take a tea. I'll take something to go with the carriage.
Yeah, you see that. You see that Frederick comes out with a cup there and steaming, and he sort of helps you and gets you towards the carriage and helps you in. And while he's saying that to Isla, as you board, as you board onto the carriage, it's not long before the carriage starts to set off, and this time, without being blindfolded, you can sort of see that you're heading out away, heading towards the seaward again. And you're traveling for quite some time on a sort of northwesterly direction, heading towards the coast. You crest the hill, roll down the hill, sort of heading towards where you can sort of see that these may not be the same sort of landscape as what you were in before, but this is definitely a more derelict or less used part of the city. You come to a building with glass-fronted bay windows with the cross diamond shaped of the lead, with a soft glow from the inside. The street's quite shaded. The building's in fairly fine order. There is no distinguishable labels or markings or signs above it. You can see that there would have been a sign, but it's just painted black. There is no foot traffic around here. It's really quite quiet, other than the sound of seagulls above. The carriage comes to a stop and the door is opened by the concierge of Mert. He nods towards you, specifically towards you, Isla, and he beckons towards the black door.
Go towards it.
You go towards it, and you opening the door, or you going in? You're just waiting for everyone.
No, I'm gonna assume, rightly or wrongly, that most people are kind of behind generally anyway. And I'll just kind of look at the coach driver, see kind of what his reaction is. Put my hand, like just give a slight rap on the door, but then open it as well.
As you open it, you instantly get this feeling that this is all a front, as you probably imagined it to be. This was not daft, and you open it up and you can sort of see that the room is wider than the building itself. This building has encompassed not only itself, but it's expanded into what looks like two different buildings either side of it, into this huge open space. There is this fine carpet of green, which is beautifully embroidered and laid out in front of you, with mahogany tables, low lighting. It is opulent. It is. It smells of spices and burning incense. It smells of another land. And you can see that there is all sorts of various things that are on offer. These things that are not necessarily to be able to touch. Some are in glass cases, very similar to the crown that you've seen not so long ago. You can see that there is all manner of shelves, very, very organized. There's a whole bank of shelves which just contain these tightly rolled parchments, all laid out and labeled. And there are books on offer. There are the occasional weapon that you can see. There are vials, again neatly labeled, of various things that are there. You can see that there's a large mahogany counter down the other end of the room, and you can see that this is not a counter just for serving. This is a counter for displaying, for taking things out and showing people what they are, and guiding people through purchases. You can see that there's a store owner. He is just shy of 6 foot. He is dark skinned. He has hair that's black and slicked back with whatever oil and they put in the hair. He wears a dark, almost black but green suit, a shirt which is tight fitting, a waistcoat which is buttoned up and tight fitting. You can see that they are trim and live. And as you open the door, there is a rattle of a bell above, signaling your entrance. You can see that he's talking to a man, 6 foot, medium built, well built. In his, you can see that his clothes are unkept. He is wearing a hard to distinguish the colour of the cloak. It varies between greens and browns and blacks, depending on where you stand or how you look at it. Some of it is stitched together in areas, and others it seems to be sort of one piece of material. And they stand there with a staff on their back, this long quarter staff with a cruel piece of metal at each end and thinned in the middle, well worn. His hair is pulled back tight into a ponytail at the top, but the rest of it hangs loose and quite disheveled. He has a sort of long beard of salt and pepper like his hair, and he leans in to the onto the counter. You can sort of see there's various items that are out and on display that they're talking about as you start to get a sense for the room.
Are we all walking in at this time? I'd have followed Isla.
Yeah.
What race were they?
They've got their sort of back to you, but from what you can see, they look human.
Okay. Yeah, I'd just take stock, but I'm kind of going to be quiet and follow other people's leads.
So you can see that there's various items and whatever else on display, and they're not talking loud. It's all quite sort of civil, and how he's interacting with the shopkeep and vice versa.
Can we assume, for the sake of brevity, that Tavis is caught up in the coach journey about the Undermountain and the plans ahead for the party?
I think we probably would have filled you in, right?
Yeah. I think it would have been. I think it would have been quite. You've been quite sort of quite quiet about it.
Tavis is shell shocked now. Yeah.
There's a lot to take in.
Yeah. And yep.
I look over to Isla. What is this place?
I haven't got a Scooby-Doo, but I'm gonna guess it's a shop.
It looks for like a very specific clientele.
Well, we needed stuff, and Mert said he'd get us in contact with someone who could get us that stuff, so I'm guessing this is it. And I'll start making my way over to the counter.
As you do, you can hear that the proprietor is sort of looking over at this man, and he's saying, "These are great items. Do you tell me what you would like? I'm sure I can find you something. I have a lot of things in store, and maybe there's something that I can offer you." And the druid is just nodding.
And Isla's fine, but Chris is going, "What the fuck are you doing here?"
Hey! Howdy!
Oh, bloody hell. What's going on? That all froze for me. That's only just come through.
I've got fucking really hot.
Oh, shit.
I'd literally just messaged, "Who's Enforcer?"
I thought Chris had sussed it before.
I had sussed it before. I just replied something along the lines of, "I'm confused, as it's my dad."
Oh, right, that's the context here. Right, sorry. I had no idea what was going on there.
Oh yeah, like Paul's like, "Who the fuck is this guy?"
Nice to meet you, much as Dad.
So for the ones that you don't know, you got Paul. Paul gives a wave.
They don't.
Paul's down in London, and then we've got Jay, which is my brother. Jay gives a wave.
Hi, Joe.
Hello, mate.
And we've got Tom, who is father and father-in-law and all the rest there for.
All the rest. Cheers, Tom. Not
All the
doing
rest.
Jimbo.
Don't want to claim me now. It's fine.
Yeah, 2 beige, but 2 beige.
Too beige.
Jesus.
Two beige.
It's got real.
Oh, it's fine.
It's got
Just
real
giving it
personal, real fast.
It seems fair.
So I've just given a description of your character, Tom.
Okay.
And you're talking to the proprietor of this unmarked store that you're in, this opulent store with fine goods on display. As the rest of them walk in, and what you see, if we go round, do you want to start off, Muchie, and give us let him understand what he sees as you're walking in?
What he sees is a 3 foot tall, white skin, like shaved sides, white hair on top, down into a plait with a little bit of a beard going on. Got brown pants with brown leather boots and a light blue top on with a short bow on his back and also a mace at his side with a shield as well. Blue eyes and like a little, quite a confident little strut.
Jimbo, want to take us through what?
Yeah. With Thurin, you see a 5'10" half elf with brown eyes and tanned skin. He has black hair. He's wearing blue robes with some brown leather armor, and he has a staff on his back, and on the top of the staff you can see what looks to be a withered hand carved out of wood, and he's got a bow and a quiver also slung there.
Okay. Jay, do you want to give us Negan?
Yeah, Negan is a 5'10" red dragonborn, an absolute wall of a person. He is just got a long brown jacket on. On his back, you will see a molten hammer, new, a red shield,
Low mileage.
low mileage, no kills yet. Although I have clocked up over 50 kills so far. No shoes, just my feet hanging out. And he likes to party. But he can also set anything on fire he wants.
Utility. Matt, then, Tavis?
Yeah, a really slight elfin presentation, all dressed in dark robes, grey skin, shimmering blue eyes, and he basically looks dodgy.
Just returned from the dead.
Well, to that point, yeah, definitely keeping himself skulking about in the shadows like he looks like he's used to. Yeah, but kind of a weird offset of stuff because all that is true. But every now and again, if you were to pay particular attention to him, today in particular, he's cracking a smile more than usual, and he's the air smells sweeter, and the fact that he's with his friends is filling him with joy, adversely to his presentation. He looks like a dark individual, but today he seems to be enjoying anything and everything.
Okay.
Paul, do you want to give us a rundown of Morthos?
Yeah, absolutely. So, half orc, 6'4". So skin not quite sort of dark like an orc's, but sort of pale silvery grey. 2 vampiric teeth sort of protruding from his mouth. Adorned with a brown leather jerkin. Lots of scars all over his arms from many battles. Legs like tree trunks in black boots, which are filthy with blood and gore. The main thing you'd probably notice is a pair of massive eyes, but blood red, and always staring.
Okay.
So yeah, you see a fairly sort of ragtag crew coming in, and again, this is not a place where you were told that clientele like that sort of tend to meet. You kind of have to know this place is there. So although you're looking around, it does sort of put you at ease a little bit. And as you're looking over some of the things, the items that are on the counter, the proprietor says, "Hi, friends. How can I help?"
I say, we've been pointed in your direction to get some goods. Mert sent us.
Yes, I know that Matt was sending you. He was sending you over. That's fine. I have various things you may be interested in. Shall I show you? Shall I put them out on display?
Yes.
Okay, then let's start. I have potions of healing for anyone that's interested in that. I have some potions of healing. I have a greater potion of healing. I've got some spell scrolls available. What are you? What is it you're after? Anything in particular?
Well, potions of healing would be great. I'd say I've got some things personal I'd quite like. Have you got any diamonds?
I'm not really that kind of. I can have a look around the back and see what.
Yeah, even if it's just one. We've one of our party, and I kind of glance over at Tavis, who's looking a bit ragged. Yeah, one of our party members has got a habit of dying. So it'd be quite nice to have a way of bringing him back to life, if I'm quite honest. He's kind of making me look like quite a poor cleric. If I'm being honest. Yeah, potions, spell scrolls. Guys, is there anything specific you want? Like I said, I've got one thing, but I'll come back to that.
So during that little thing, Tavis is like kind of looking up left and right, thinking, who could he be talking about? That's just quite interesting. And yeah, trying to just avoid the obvious recent death experience.
Yeah, healing potions, definitely.
I have four healing potions. I have a greater also.
Yeah, we'll take them.
They're 50 gold each. They're 200 gold. I also have the 100 for the greater. And you sort of see he sort of pulls up his sleeves, almost like he's like in an opulent bar making these like extravagant cocktails. He sort of like pulls his sleeves up, and you sort of see he puts out a like a felt mat over the top of the table. He starts to pull out these glass vials and set them down on the table. 4 potions of healing, 200 gold, please. And, greater healing also, that's 100 gold.
How about we start a tab?
Okay, let's. He starts to mark it down.
I'll if I can quietly, I'll try and nudge Thorin and say, and I'm trying to do this stealthily. Nudge Thorin and say, yeah, maybe that's right. Get a tavern and try and negotiate. Get us some good deal or something. And as I do so, I'll cast and use one of my uses of bardic inspiration on Thorin.
And what are you saying to Thorin?
Just the presence of Tavis still being here, the fact that he's still a potent living person who's part of this party and is able to even contribute to conversation. That's what I'm kind of trying to get across in terms of what's inspiring about the fact that I'm speaking to him and engaging in thought processes other than I'm alive. That's good.
Yeah. Okay.
I give him a wink.
So you get 1d6 to whatever check you might want to make. If needed.
Now, he points to you, Tavis. You look like you've been into a potion. I have some potions here on offer. Would you like to have a look, Bruce?
Yeah. I'm open. I'm open to all things. I need help wherever I can get it. If truth be told, and recent times will tell of that.
He walks from around the counter and he starts to go over to the shelves. He says, this one, and he gives it a shake. This one, and he comes back with a few bottles, puts them down on the table. This one is a potion of poison. That's about 500 gold. This one is a potion of animal friendship. I'll probably run you about 200 gold on that one. Potion of growth, 300. Take your pick. I've got a potion here. This one a little bit more expensive, a little bit more high end. And you see this one's actually quite significantly smaller. It's probably like half of the size of a potion of healing. This will run you 1100 gold. Yeah, I can't even accept anything less than this. This takes a lot of work, a lot of time to distill, and this is a potion of mind reading. This is careful stuff. This is. I'll let you have a look and consider.
Sorry. What was the first one? Growth, animal friendship, and the first one was.
You got poison, animal friendship, growth, and then he's also got a mind reading.
Mind reading.
And as you're doing that, do you want to just give us your character's name, Tom?
Yeah, my character's Italian Greenbart.
Of course it fucking is.
What is it?
Tarian Greenbot.
Italian.
Like scallion.
As you get close to the counter, Tavis, you get this smell of like the earth, just this earthly sort of smell that comes from Talion as you sort of get close to him. You can see that his fingernails are unkept, dirty hands. You can see that he's really rough around the edges.
And what race is he? Sorry.
Human.
Yeah, I absolutely do my best to keep that to myself and not notice.
For the rest of you look like you're maybe wielders of the arcane, studiers, procurers, I guess. Have a look. I got some spell scrolls, and he sort of starts taking out various spell scrolls. Let's see now. I've got a spell for grease. That's 25 gold. That's a nice cheap one. I'll put that one to one side. Put that one over there. I've I've got gaseous form. This is always handy, especially for the old, covert activities. I'm sure you know nothing about. It gives you a wink, especially you as I sort of looks over your sort of stern face, trying to maybe crack a smile or something. He sets it down. I also have a greater restoration, a little bit more expensive, 1,500 for the greater restorations.
I will take that. Thank you very much.
So you're gonna get greater restoration, yeah?
Yeah. Do you, sorry, what was your name again?
Oh, my name is Marcus.
Yeah, Marcus, yeah, right. Do you do any magical items? You know, we've got some cash to spend, and where we're going, we could do with some serious firepower and assistance. Have you got any items knocking around?
Not really my thing. I've got some lovely axes, and he pulls out 2 hand axes, puts them down. These are quite special, but you look over him. Hard to discern exactly what those are in terms of magic. I have this. He pulls out this sort of long box, about this size, and he places it down. Have you ever seen one of these before?
A box? Yeah.
No. This is it's a folding boat. Yeah, I know you're intrigued, right? So it comes with 3 command words. The first command word, it becomes a small boat. You probably fit your party inside. Good for river crossings, shall we say. The second word, it becomes a ship. And the third word, it goes back down to being a box. Quite useful, I think, eh?
How reliable is this boat?
How reliable is any boat? I don't like to sail, and that's why I'm here and not out there.
And how much does that cost?
This is a gem, they don't come across these every day, so this will be 400, 4,750 gold, all in, for the boat. Now let me go and have a look for a diamond. I'll see what I can find in the back while you have a bit of a peruse.
Before you go, how do you know it's a boat? It just looks like a box.
Aha! So I show you, and he sort of sets the box down, and this is a big room that you're in. It's huge, opulent room, chandelier, the lot. Puts it down, and you sort of see him. He goes, "Oh, now where did I put it?" He goes back round the counter, and we see now rifling through paperwork. Here it is. I have the word now. So, and he goes up, and you sort of see him bend down. He mutters this word, and the box, boom, just becomes almost like a sort of large rowboat. 2 oars on the rowboat, and it's with the keel of it, it just sort of leans over to the side in the shop. Now, obviously, for demonstration purposes, I cannot turn it into a ship. I'll destroy my establishment. No, I have to just trust me on this. But there's another word. Yeah, it becomes a seafaring vessel. Yeah, 4,750 gold pieces. You can't buy a ship for that.
Can I pick up the axes that he put down?
Yeah.
Do I feel...
There's trust in the room of what you're picking up and putting down that you're not going to... You can sort of see there's a trust there.
Do I feel there's anything special with them? Do they feel any different to mine?
They feel fine. Yeah, they do feel finer. I'll let you have a look at the boat, little one, my little friend, and I'll go out the back and see if I can find you a nice diamond. Yeah.
Yeah, please.
And he sort of disappears and heads off.
And I turn towards a new acquaintance and go, "You're not thinking of buying this boat, are you? That we've come in and we're looking for stuff, and all of a sudden you're interested in the things that we're buying."
Well, I have a task, and here's a buy goods to maybe assist me in that task.
Cool.
We assist you in buying goods.
No, he's here to buy goods to assist him with his
I'm here
task.
to buy. No, I have a task.
Got you. What's the task? Do you care to share?
Well, you're strangers to me. Why would I tell you?
No, he's got a fair point. Like, I'm not that interested.
No. Well, we both must have a contact in common to have ended up in such an establishment, so we can vaguely assume that we might be aligned. But no, that's a fair point. You can keep your business,
for sure.
You could keep your business, and we could keep ours. But
No, you are correct in respect of the role of something. Tell me about it.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie that this boat's pretty cool.
We're gonna need a boat where we're going.
Who
we don't
knows
know
what's
what
down there?
we're gonna need where we're going. I mean,
I think we may need a boat. I mean, I don't know whether this is meta or not. Did Zord, when we'd had the conversations, had it ever been given the information that he would go to Skullport, which was in the Underdark, Undermountainy thing? Did we know that?
No.
I don't
Roll a
think
history
Skullport
check.
was mentioned. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I can't remember. I'm getting blurred lines on what I do and don't know. No, 5.
I mean, saying that.
It's more.
Saying
Do I know? Do I know that?
Saying that with the roll, what you do know, and you do know this, you would recall this without the roll anyway, is that when you were under the hanging lantern,
yeah, there was
you know that the Xanathar was coming in with the
Myconids
Myconids on boat.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was alluding to. Do we know that there is passages of water down there?
Yeah, you'd know recently what was within game without. I was
just trying to remember it. I mean, so back in game I go, well, yeah, there's definitely bodies of water.
But hang on 1 second, just make a. Let me just. The other thing.
If this is a Zord-based check, can I assist with help?
It's not really a sword base. What I would say is that there are two locations you've heard. Yeah, that Skullport is down there. You've been given the task of fulfilling the Harper debt, which is in Skullport. So you know that you're going down the well will eventually lead you to Skullport.
Yeah.
Knowing that the Xanathars have come along a river, underground river, and arrived within the city tells you that there is more than one way of skinning a cat. There's more than one way of getting to Skullport.
And did the map of Dark Lake that we had and that I've still got, did that allude to it being in the Underdark or Undermountain, or did it not?
Roll a history check.
Natural 20, and I can show.
Yeah, boy.
But what your gut tells you is that the Underdark is more. That Dark Lake is more the Underdark and not the Undermountain. So, for those that are listening to this now, you can't get confused. The Undermountain is the Mega Dungeon. Yeah, the Underdark is your general subterranean land
Home of the Drow, home of the yeah.
and everything else. Yeah. While you got your phone in your hand, Mochi, can you just add your dad to the group
I was literally about to message my dad saying, "Is he here long term?"
and make me admin as well?
We'll see.
I've already made you admin.
Cool, Jimbo, cool.
I think you're safe. We haven't got an hobo anymore.
So, and he comes back in. I have a diamond. Hey, come. See. Look up at the light. And he sort of holds it up. These are not cheap. No, these are 5,000 gold.
I am gonna roll. I don't believe this bastard that it's worth
Well,
that much.
Well, I believe Google, and that's what I looked at for the going rate on 5e. In Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, a diamond costs 5 grand in gold pieces. Saying that, actually, there's one there on Reddit that says 300 gold. So
That's
You need
that's a
different
lot different.
Yeah, you need different ones for different spells. don't you?
diamonds for
Yes,
different
different
spells,
spells,
don't you?
Ideally, I'm looking for 300 gold's worth because that's revivify ultimately in a nutshell.
Right, is that what you had in mind? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go with that for the sake of
Because I think,
brevity.
I mean, like the money's technically not an issue because we got like a fuck ton on it. But yeah, I think it's like 5,000 for a resurrection and 10,000 for a true resurrection. So yeah, if it's 300, I'll pay 300.
Yeah, we'll go. Yeah, go with 300.
Please.
So, this folding boat, how many times a day can it be used?
Hey, you asked the question. I'll tell you. I got all the specs right here, eh?
I mean, are you happy for my very good friend over here to just take a quick look at it for 10 minutes and see what he can draw out of it?
I mean, if you give me 10 minutes, I can cast Detect Magic and tell you what's magic in here.
I can, if you give me 10 minutes, I can be more precise.
Fucking hell, and if you give me 10 minutes, I could fall asleep.
Give me 10 minutes, I might even have the spec for you.
The answers.
While you're looking for this spec, I'll turn around and ask, where are you guys going? Do you need these things?
Well, hang on a second. My friend over here, who looks like a bag of shit, has just asked you the question of what you're doing, and you've disinclined to acquiesce to his request. So,
Means no.
so
That's not quite true, is it? That's not quite true.
So maybe, a bit of mutual two-way sharing can go on. Yeah, how's about that?
I'll think about it.
Oh, fair enough.
What have I got? What have I got? What have I got? What have I got?
Right, boat. What's the crack? What's the specification?
On what's that?
Oh, sick. I know my phone's died, so it's not on WhatsApp.
I just nudge Isla with an elbow and whisper, yeah, we want the boat, yeah.
Okay, well, let's get the boat then. Like,
There is no good reason not to have that boat.
I mean, as I said previously, we've got like near enough an endless supply of money, so it's not really an issue. Yeah, we'll take the boat.
Is there any armors up? I'm looking for a better studded armor.
A better studded armor.
I've
I
just
don't
got,
stock everything, you know.
yeah. I just noticed there was weapons up on the walls and stuff like that, so I was just seeing if there was any armor or anything like that.
Let me see what's in the back.
Guys, do you think we'll be doing any climbing or anything? Do you think we need anything that might assist us with that?
I mean,
I think we need to try and be prepared for all eventualities. But yeah.
Daryl, did I get the grappling hook off Rimple? I'm sure it is. Yeah, I definitely did because I've used it. So I've got a grappling hook that can help with that, and the boy over there can fly, can't he? So, but I mean, maybe it's not a bad thing to get some climbing gear, but I think we'd get that more from a general store than like a bespoke place like
I
that.
was thinking more along the lines of like an immovable rod or something.
Possibly. Can ask the question. Can definitely ask the question. So, like I said, there's some things that I want to shop around for, but I'm not sure if this guy's gonna. So may need to see if he's got any other contacts.
Why was it you need?
Well, you know, I've kind of like grown used to like living relatively comfortable, so I just want to see if we can get like a, you know, some like a nice tent or, you know, something that'll, you know, we're about to go somewhere that we don't know. We've got no fixed home, and I'm just wouldn't mind somewhere that's like, you know, like a little bit comfortable.
Fair enough.
A home away from home.
Okay, let's start with the armor. So for Thorin, just roll a d10.
Check, that's a D10. Oh, that's a D8. 7.
7.
Seven.
He's like, I have this armor. And you sort of see that he brings out its leather, sort of very similar to what you've got on, a little bit more finer. This one is it has resistances to poison, if that's any good.
And how much is that?
That'll be 3,000 gold.
Well, they're pondering that. I'll say to you is, tell me more about these spell scrolls. What do you have?
I have high end. I have Great Restoration that your friend has already taken. That would leave Gaseous Form, 400 gold, and also Grease, which would be 25 gold.
In the back, do you have any magic items that help improve defense, protection, anything like that? permanently.
I mean, this is. I don't stock everything. This is the only armor I have. Maybe.
Do you have
enough
any?
to,
Have any other contacts? Any other people who we could potentially go and see that we could point in the right direction for this kind of thing?
I have a ring you can wear, Morthos.
Oh, thank you very much.
Why? What is it that you're after? He's looking at Isla. So you're passing the ring of protection over to Morthos.
The ring of cold protection, yeah.
Okay. Do you want to send the bump as well if you've got it, or do you need it sending?
I'll find it and send it.
Yeah.
Isla.
And I just turn around and say, well, as I was just saying to my friends, I've become a creature of comfort, and we're about to travel down into the Undermountain, and I wouldn't mind getting some type of tent that ideally would house definitely myself, if not my friends as well. Keep us nice and comfortable and warm and relatively safe. I'm not looking after any weapons or anything fancy like that. Just somewhere that, at the end of the day, we can put up and get a good night's rest. Do you have anything like that, or?
I don't. I let me see. And he goes over. He starts rifling through the spell scrolls. I mean, it would only be for one use, I'm sure. But I mean, for 400 gold, this spell, it produces a tiny dome for you to maybe camp in. The spell is Leomon's tiny hut.
Yeah, we'll take that. And is that literally as is written?
Was that a scroll? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And how much was that?
400.
Okay, thank you.
I will take the grease spell scroll.
Okay, that's 25.
Who's taking that? Scallion. Italian.
Italian.
He's paying for that himself.
Anyone, any issues with me buying that armor?
None.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Listen, at the end of the day,
What did I say the price was of that?
3,000 gold pieces.
What does the armor do?
It gives me resistance to poison.
Oh, sweet.
So Greece is being bought. Megan, you start to turn over these axes, and they're fine axes. You see that these aren't just your regular run-of-the-mill castle forge axes. These are quite exquisite, and from your trained eye, you would assume that these were +1s. So that's a +1 to your attack roll and a +1 to the damage.
How much are they?
But both of those, well, each they're 500 each, 1,000.
I look at Isla and I say, "Can I have these?"
and I just look at him and go, "You can have anything you want, big man."
Yes. All right. Yeah, I want those.
In Draconic.
Yeah.
Did we want the potion of mind reading?
I think we should take that.
For 1,100 gold.
Yeah,
If we've got
the gold.
got the gold, yeah, let's take it.
And what about gaseous form? Are we taking that or leaving it?
Sorry, were you taking the mind control one for 1100?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm probably gonna take friggin' everything at this rate.
Was it mind control or mind reading?
My reading, I think, wasn't it?
Mind reading, sorry.
Yeah, thank you. Gaseous form, are we having that?
Yeah, it looks quite fun to be fair.
I'd quite like to keep hold of gaseous form.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, it'll be like Tavis's thing to turn into a cloud and get blown away and like into a hurricane and die.
I'm all about exploring new boundaries, new ways to die.
What's that thing? Wild West and like 100 Ways to Die or something? Seth
Don't know,
MacFarlane.
Tavis is breaking molds with the Darwin Awards, isn't he?
Is that everything we want?
No, no, I may have something for you. And he's looking over at Tavis. I have this sixth sense when it comes to parties and adventures of your ilk. Allow me to show you a garment that you may, you may be satisfied with.
I'm sure you've seen many a many an adventurer, at least to our quality.
Give me 1 second, though.
Really tempted to do something really stupid right now.
And he disappears. He goes, you know what? I think this is great value for money. I think this is fantastic value for money. And he pulls out this beautiful beautiful cloak. It's green and it's got gold trim. It's got gold that goes over the hood, comes up over the top. It has gold around the shoulders. It has almost like a leaf motif that wraps around it. And as he holds up to the light, it goes from sort of green to black, to sort of this shimmer of gold, almost like a bronze color. This is an elvish cloak. This will run you about 250 gold.
It's very, very beautiful. What might it do for his 250 gold?
Well, this helps people, I think, of your. I don't want to presume, no, but
Feel free.
Sure, one sec. Mess that up. Tell me that. Seconds. Oh. Okay, is there anything else that anyone would like? You care for the cloak?
I would gladly take that. Yes.
How much is the cloak?
250.
250. You don't happen to stock spell writing ink, do you?
I'll throw in a couple of bottles for you. I have some round the back.
And how much would that be worth, just so I know what to write down?
It's always you, Jimbo.
Sorry, I need to know what it's worth for the use of it.
You see, it'd just be whatever's in the equipment list. Let's just have a quick look. Ink, one bottle would be 10 gold. And he throws in 2 bottles for free.
Okay.
So there was some talk there about gaseous. Was someone taking that?
Yeah.
Yes, I would like to take that.
We'll probably take it all.
Taking it all?
It's probably going to be that case in it, except for Talion's got the grease.
Yeah, which is 25 gold there. Then you also have potion of poison, animal friendship, and growth.
Oh yeah, we haven't took those.
Sir, are you taking the cloak?
He's probably
Yes,
already got the freezing
please.
cloak on.
I'm like, yeah, I'm halfway through tuning to this.
Talion,
Third level on the hot scroll, taking that.
Yeah.
And the armor for Thorin.
Yeah.
So that just leaves then the 3 potions there. If you're not taking them, or if you are taking them, I don't know.
Well, the animals, speaking with animals.
Animal friendship, poison, and growth.
Give me the poison, please.
That's 500.
Do you want the potion
then-
potion of growth?
The growth. I think we should give the growth to Negan.
I swear to God, if you'd said it was me, I'd have fucking knocked you out.
So how much are the other 2 potions?
Animal friendship's 200 and growth is 300.
And then the other one that Tavis has just taken is the poison resistance, is it? Or is it
500. I'll give you the total after when we've decided what you're picking up and what you're not.
It was poison, not poison resistance, wasn't it?
Potion of poison.
Yeah.
Are you taking those other 2, or you're leaving them?
I think we're taking everything apart from animal friendship.
So taking growth as well, yeah?
Yeah.
Marcos, you don't happen to have anything that can help avoid the negative impact or wrath of insects, do you?
I did not know where you were going with that, Tavis.
No, it's not really apothecary, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I just I have a specific disliking to the creepy crawlies. But thank you.
So for you, my friend, and he points to Talion and says, that'll be 25 gold. For everyone else, are you all individually paying, or is it
Thorin, pay the man.
It's a group purchase.
I'm gonna nudge Isla, of all people. Yeah, he's gonna be my choice. I'm gonna nudge Isla and say, for the sake of 25 gold, why don't we just buy this guy his thing that he wants, and maybe he's an ally. Maybe we can get him on side. We're short of friends. We're running out of luck.
So just for clarity, you think We can hire him as an ally by paying 25 gold for a pot of lube.
It's just the start of a conversation. It costs us 20. The 25 gold it costs us is effectively nothing because the gold isn't ours. It's going back to the city. You know that. I know that. But he'd be more inclined to talk to us. I was dead yesterday. We're heading down an impossible mission dungeon where we will likely not recover or retrieve ourselves from. For the sake of the 25 gold that isn't even ours, might aid the conversation if we were to just say, listen, we'll get this for you. Speak nothing of what you heard here today. At best, we've got freebie. At worst, we've got a freebie. You know, at worst, we've spoken to him and said, "Go on your way," and we're fine. At best, maybe we gain some other information. We're heading into hell, right? I don't know. Just a thought.
I think he's got a point. What's the worst that can happen?
Just for clarity, I'm more inclined to throw a lemon at his head. You surely know me better than this. Like, I'm all for picking up waifs and strays. Like, hell, we're a friggin' group of them.
At this point, I hand over the 25 gold. And I say, farewell, I'm off to the yawning portal for a drink.
Well, sadly, I reckon we'll see you there.
You going over there?
Yeah, well, we're going into the, as I'm sure you overheard, we're going into the Undermountain tonight.
So am I.
What are you going for?
I've been tasked with retrieving something for a friend.
Wait, you're going there? You're going down? You're going down there by yourself?
Yes.
And all you're taking is oil.
This guy's got some balls.
Or we're overcompensating.
But we've got a boat, so I mean.
I head over to Marcus and I say, listen, you know who sent us here, and we're clearly good patrons to be on the right side of. Who knows when we'll be back to spend this kind of money again? How about we call this an even 11,000 and we'll be on our way?
Love it.
Roll a persuasion check.
I assume you're using your D6 there.
Yeah, I'll use it now. I rolled a 1 on it, but it's better than nothing. Persuasion, you said? 23.
My friend, you're going to rob my home, my business, eh? No, your benefactor, he's already covered the discount. That's 10%. So, totaling up everything that you've got, carrying the 1, that's 13,300 gold pieces. The 10%, we'll call it an even 12,000.
In the 1.
But he's a very generous person, yeah? You have done well to have that much money removed from the tab.
I had a different overall total, but yeah. If you guys are happy with that, yeah?
It's 11,970 it is. What you
Yeah.
rolled it.
I'm I'm more than happy with that, considering it's not even our money.
Yeah.
Are there any chairs knocking about?
No, it's kind of just all standing, and maybe one, say one by the counter itself.
Yeah, I'm going to do the classical. So I'm going to drag the chair over to Talia. I'm going to step up onto the chair so that I'm the same height as him and I can look him eye to eye. And I just get the collar of my top and just pull it back to reveal the pin. Is there any reaction?
Italian, just roll a history check. You know the Harpers. You know that you've met Harpers before. You've done business with Harpers, but you're not an agent of the Harpers. You don't hold any grudges against them or anything like that. They keep themselves, and you do get on with your business.
I acknowledge I know what the pin is, but no more.
Cool. I'll just hop off the chair. How far down are you going?
Not sure yet. That will obviously all depend on whether I can pin down what I need. But if you are going down there, I'm quite happy to join you.
So just for clarity, you're going down into the Undermount for something that you don't know what it is or where it is. Just going for a little poke around.
What I'm going for, I'm aware of. But at this moment in time, we just met. Why are you going down there?
To save the city.
A valiant cause. The city being in trouble.
We've only just met.
Bad comment. Anyway, I'm off. I'm going for a drink. If you'd like to join me, I'd like to buy you all a drink. We can discuss it further then, maybe.
How long are you going to be there for?
Well, my plan is to go down the well tomorrow morning.
Well, we've got a few things we need to just tidy up, and then we'll be heading to the port ourselves, but we'll be going down tonight.
Why so soon?
Time's of the essence.
We've got our reasons.
Okay. Well, I'll see you over there. I'll be in the bar.
See you soon.
At which point I leave.
As you walk out, you can see that there's a black carriage that's outside. There's sort of a guy in a sort of finely dressed, standing sort of sentry by the open door. And as you sort of walk out, you make eye contact with him. But then carry on walking down the road.
I pay Marcus. Was it the 12,000 gold it was? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. That's out of the bag of holding.
What does that take that down to now?
In the bag of holding, there is
Grand, isn't it?
a grand left. Yeah.
It's just in the portable hole we currently have
Loads.
305,500. Give or take.
We've done well.
That we have to give back to the city. Sad.
Thank you for your business, my friends. So good to see you. I wish you all the best in your endeavours. Remember to there are many treasures where you're going. Many treasures that'll fix a nice price in my shop, eh? I give you a nice rate when you get back. You bring them over to see me, eh? See what I got for you. We can do a bit of a trade. And he sort of takes you over, laden with all your stuff, whispers a word to the boat, and the boat condenses back down into a box from the center of the shop. And he opens the door to the rattle of the bell again, and you see outside the carriage awaiting.
So if we got the words for the boat.
Yeah, you've bought it, so you got the.
Sweet.
Well, that seems to. Your friend Mert's come in clutch there, Isla. That seems to be we've set up.
Well, yeah, I mean, we've always wanted a folding boat.
I don't think you've ever mentioned it before.
No, it's been a long dream of mine when I was on the peninsula. So I've a boat that fills. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty cool. Right, we need to go back to the tavern. We need to drop off the rest of this gold and leave it there. And we need to start thinking about getting out of this town because what time's sunset?
It's still, yeah, be late on. It'll be like 7, 8 o'clock.
Cool. So, unless we want to go to like a general store, maybe buy some climbing stuff. Thorin.
Where are you saying this now? Outside?
Yeah, like as we walked out, we were outside. We're probably getting into the carriage.
I'm afraid they won't be going anywhere else. You sort of turn and see the aid of Mert. I'm afraid this was the last stop. I'm under strict instructions to take you straight to the yawning portal. Mert doesn't want any more risks being taken with you out in the open. Arrangements have been made, and you'll be going there directly.
Pretty sure we've probably left some crap back at the tavern now.
I mean, I picked everything up on the way out.
I mean, we need to say our goodbyes.
We said our goodbyes last night to everybody. But the issue is we've got a portable hole full of gold and we're not going down without the portable hole.
Or we have that with us now, I think, maybe
Are you saying this openly?
quietly, I think.
No,
It's
it'd be
up to
saying-
the aid. Will Mert meet us at the portal then?
Mert has made provisions. He will be seeing you before you depart
Privately.
privately.
Okay. Well, I'm sure you know the situation and the deal that was made last night. Yes? No?
I'll just follow the instructions.
Well, here's some instructions for you. Let's be honest, our lives are pretty much forfeit anyway. It's the whole reason we're going down to the Yawning Portal and going into the Undermountain. So, to be quite honest with you, we haven't got a whole fucking lot to lose. Now, there's a couple of options for you. We can open the... we can give the money back. We've got money. We'll give it back. And we'll simply open the portable hole here, upside down, and empty a good sum of money into the streets and leave it here. Or, as was agreed last night, we'll leave the money at the tavern, with Frederick to be picked up. We'll say our goodbyes, and then we'll be heading to the portal.
You're negotiating with the wrong person. I have instructions and strict instructions to take it to the unimportant where you will meet Mert.
Most superb. I walk off.
I'll follow Isla.
I give him a
He
quick,
just stands by the carriage.
give him a quick salute and say, "It's nice seeing you. Thanks for the ride."
He will be, and he shouts this. He will be summoning your friends, but he wants to get this over with as quickly as possible.
It's just a little detour. You just
So-
drop us off at the tavern. We let go of what we need to let go of. Be 5 minutes, and then we'll go and meet your man.
He just turns and gets in the carriage.
Well, that's pretty non-committal. Do you want to find our own way back?
I mean,
How
Isla,
far is
this is your call, mate. Mert's your man. Like, maybe. Yeah, this is your call. You know him better than we do, so.
Obviously, it's only been overnight in game, but like obviously a few weeks. Was the agreement that we'd leave the money at the tavern before we went down there? Open question to everybody.
I don't recall saying where the gold was going to be left.
Yeah, but we were supposed to leave it. We weren't going to take it with us down. Into the
Yeah,
portal,
the agreement was that we were going to leave it, but I
We
don't think we
can't.
specified a location.
No, but we can't leave it here.
No,
where
we
we
can't
are.
leave it in the yawning portal.
No, and that's a no-go either.
I think the question is maybe like, what cut does Frederick and Troll Skull get? Like, for sorting out their affairs?
They've already had a lot of money off us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're okay.
Like the agreement was like the money that was we could spend the money on
Whatever we
supplies,
needed to go down, yeah.
supplies to get us down there, which is fine, and the rest of the money would go back to the city, which was also fine. We can leave all of our stuff that we don't want to take with us, which I'd put on the group before, like the paradox,
I'd
the
just
gems.
I'd just
all
take
that
it.
sort of
We
stuff.
sorted that out, did we?
I'd just
Yeah.
take it all. There's no reason to leave it behind, and we might need to sell it to make some money later on. It'll only help bolster the coffers later. It's not in the way.
Well, so you just want to go with me and go straight down with the money.
No, I think we need to drop the money off somewhere, but the items I'm not that worried about. Can't hear you, mate.
Is Troll School not on the way?
Probably is, yeah.
Is it on the way?
Yeah, stop. You're closer to Charles School than you are to Yawning Portal.
Can't hear you, Negan.
Come on, go.
I think it was just Mert wanting to control us more than anything. Making sure that we don't get into any more trouble.
Why don't we just wait till we get towards Troll Skull and jump out if he's going to do that?
It won't be directly in the way. You'd have to.
He's already gone. We're already on foot.
Let's make our way there, or get a cab, get Troll Skull as quick as we can. Do what we need to do, and then go. He's going to be waiting there, isn't he?
Yeah.
And if you need to get any rations or anything, unless he's making provisions for us there. Or just going down as is.
Probably get
I've
some
got-
rations off Durin.
I've got 7 days worth
Doing it.
anyway.
Yeah, I've got 5.
Alright.
I noticed you had a bit of a shock earlier when we tried that writing in the book. You didn't suffer any ill effects, did you?
I don't think so. It's just a bit weird to get a voice suddenly in my head, yeah.
Well, I was thinking maybe before we head down into the well. Is there anyone that you would think would be useful writing down in there that we could contact?
Just to the group.
Yeah.
I don't know how much difference it's going to make when we head down, but I'm technically a member of the Greyhounds, at least, if not Force Grey. So
I think to be fair, I think once we're down there, we're down there. We're either going to come out or we're not going to come out.
does it work? So it could be just communication. So it could be a request for knowledge, perhaps, without a request for direct help or assistance.
That was my thoughts on the matter, yeah. My first thought was asking Durden if he'd be kind enough to write his name in the book. He's been down there before.
I think Dernan will probably take the
Likewise.
spreader, to be honest with you.
Likewise, Mert.
Yeah, maybe as
You
well,
got-
for if we find
you
our
got-
brother.
You guys said that Mert's been down there and come back up before? He's probably our best source of information.
Have a think.
Up to-
Let's get back to the airport. To the
So,
tavern.
yeah, potentially that bridge has been burned, but yeah.
So what are you doing? You flagging a cab? Flagging a carriage?
Is it walkable?
It'd take you a good while. It's 25 minutes from the temple, and that's fairly local. So you're in the next district over.
Let's get a cab.
Yeah, hell one.
Yeah, it's a couple of coppers to get to Troll Skull.
Cool. So we can
Italian
do
as
this.
well. You know you're in for a bit of a walk. You know the city. Again, it'd be a couple of coppers for you to get to the yawning portal.
Okay.
All right, let's make the stop at Troll Skull like swift as we can. Let's put the gold down, down in the basement.
You get to the tavern. It's locked. Obviously, you've got keys to get in. Make your way inside. There's no one there. Find your way into the basement. And get ready to unload the portable hole, which there's a lot to remove, and it takes a bit of work to get it all out and to pile it all up. With how deep it is, Negan, you're gonna have to probably get in and scoop some of it out.
Yeah, I'll jump down.
It's arduous. You get it done, and the gold's piled up in the basement of Troll Skull. So is that just everything from the portable hole?
I'm gonna say let's keep a couple of thousand gold in there. Just we don't know what we might need.
No,
They don't
tell
know.
us that this wasn't the agreement we made. We'll stick to our word of what we've said. We've got our own gold that we will keep. We've got stuff that we can sell, and where we're going, it's a place that we can make fortunes, apparently.
They don't know how much we spent. They don't know what
Do you want
commission
the
or whatever.
1,000 gold
know-
out the
Yeah,
bag of holding as well?
yeah.
I
They know
take it out.
exactly how. They know exactly how much we spent. He's Mert's contact.
Mert doesn't work for the city. He works for the Harpers.
Trust me, it's probably all interlinked.
Yeah, all the gold from the vault is out of the bag of holding.
So, for the sake of it, what is the final sum that you're leaving on the floor?
306,500 gold.
Okay.
And then I just whispered to Tavis, if you want to bury 1,000, we've technically still left it. And walk out.
On my way out, I whisper the same thing to Frederick.
It's not there, is he?
Or just not there?
No, nobody's there.
While I'm in the bar, I just want to take out my old axes and like put them on top of the bar and just leave them there and put my
Oh.
new ones in.
So, above it.
Yeah,
So the Winchester.
yeah, yeah,
above.
yeah. With
Cross,
those,
the crossed axes.
yeah, the crossed axes above the bar, and
Yeah.
then yeah, just walk out the door and stand outside.
And there's a sentimental loss there to those axes that have been with you for so long as you leave them.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, what we doing?
Straight to the winning pool, I guess.
Yeah, before we leave, I'll just write Frederick a quick note saying that we've been back and that we've had to leave, and we'll hopefully be back soon.
I add to that note and say that no one's allowed to use my room.
And I'll put on there that he should be expecting visitors to come and collect from the basement.
So the hidden room where we first found the shield, I'll go back there and stick 1,000 gold back there, and kind of cover that up as best I can.
So you guys head out.
And I'll
Lock it
use I'll use a silent image spell to cover it.
And the next time that I see Tavis when he comes out the basement, I glare at him. Do I think that he's hidden some?
Would you hide that from Isla?
No, I'll wink at him.
And I just like stare him dead in the eye by looking up to him, obviously, because I'm tiny. I'm like, if this gets you killed, I'm not bringing you back. Wink at him and then leave. Right, let's go to the Yawning Paul. Let's get this shit
So
going.
you guys lock up. What's the end of the road? Flag yourself a carriage. You're in for a half-hour, 35-minute ride. In the meantime, Talion, you've arrived at the Yawning Portal. No matter what time of day it is outside, it's always the same inside. It's always this dark, moody lit tavern. Cold inside, regardless of the temperature outside. It's this draft that comes from this huge 40-foot diameter well, which sits in the middle of the tap room. You can see that there's a winch that's over it, and people gathered around it talking and drinking. There's tables everywhere. It's the biggest tavern you've ever seen. There are another 2 floors above the main bar with bars and tables and onlookers that are sitting at tables looking over the balconies. It is rammed 24/7 with people that are seeking boarding, people that are eating, people that are gambling, of every type of game that you've ever come across. There is money clattering around. There are people that are pushing and shoving each other and getting rowdy and drinking and betting. And there's just no end of servants walking around delivering drinks and food. People in quiet corners that are whispering that stop talking when you glance at them as you make your way over to the bar, and you see a guy that is thinning on top with these large sort of mutton chops, quite slim but well built, muscular underneath this baggy shirt with this towel as he's cleaning out glass, and he's yelling at bar staff to do what they need to do, and he's looking over you, serve him, and get someone to come over, and before you know it, there's a pint there and there's a cup of silver that's gone their way, and you're standing there amongst this hustle and bustle of the yawning portal and looking on at where your destination is, because down that well, you know, the fun stops. The jovialities and the high fives and the wages, they all stop the minute that winch just starts to turn, because a lot of people see it as being certain death, as being a suicide run, whether you're foolish or you're greedy, or you've just got this death wish. Whatever it is, whatever that motivation is to go down there, it's more than people would ever dream of. Never dream of going into that place. You're standing there and glancing, and you're probably towards the bottom of your second pint by the time you sort of look over and you see that walking through this the doors, and then you sort of see there's Negan. Pick him out quite easy, and then the rest of him you can see. And as you stand there and watch, you see that there's a youngish individual that walks over, and he's got this lute, this like guitar that looks battered and worn, and he sort of walks over and you sort of see him talking to Isla. And then he gives a nudge and he points over at a distance towards the wall. You see that Isla looks over. You see standing by the wall is this rather large guy in almost like a military garb with a sash and what's quite pompous, huge, really round belly in his 60s. And you see that next to him is this quite slight, well-dressed individual that you've seen outside of the carriage. You see that the guy that's talking to us is sort of giving him a look and then points over. There's left 3 strings coming to greet you, points you over towards where Mert the Moneylender is, the leader of the Harpers within Waterdeep. And you see that he catches your eye and he raises an eyebrow, and then he starts to head off. 3 strings leans in. You might want to go have a chat with him. He's got a room in the back. It's a meeting room. But
just me or the boys as well?
well, you're all in the same boat now.
Cool. And I head that way into the back room.
You follow him, and it's quite dense with people and whatever else, and You get to the back of the tavern. Sally, and you can see that they head round the back, and you sort of move to get a better look. But obviously, this is their business, and you know where you sort of sit. You just continue watching the other two. The guy with the loot just starts playing to this group with sort of looks sort of wealthy, really. You've got the wives with them. He's sort of playing the loot there, and the guy that's well dressed sort of stands quite still and reserved by the wall. You guys pass through some large doors into a drawing room, a large table. I'm standing there.
On the way through, could I try and keep an eye out and see if I see either Maloon or Fronica? Or
Roll perception check.
anyone in that area? Rolling of dice. Wait 1 second.
This actually might be our first check of the night.
I believe it is. Other than rolling the hit dice, it's the first thing I've rolled.
Persuasion check.
19 plus 1, 20.
As you're walking underneath the main balcony, you see that Veronica's leaning on top of the rail, and she sort of looks down at you, seeing what's going on. Watches you as you go.
How much of a feeling do I have that I need to follow the party, or could I scamper off and go and see Veronica?
That's up to you.
Yeah, I know where we're heading. I know that's going to be obvious. I'm going to just nudge Isla and say, I'm just gonna see and catch up with Veronica. I'll catch you on the flip side, and I'll make my way up a level, I believe it is, to go and see Veronica.
Yeah. As you get to the top of the stairs, you can see that she's already watched you walk up, and she's talking to one of the barmaids, one of the staff, and sends her on her way. You get the impression she's just ordered you a drink, as everyone else makes their way into the drawing room with Mert.
Yep.
Well, I'm starting to see your defiance. You're a good agent when you think on your feet, but defiant nonetheless.
To be honest with you, mate, I just don't like surprises like that. There's business to attend to back at the tavern. We weren't given any time to sort all the stuff out this morning, and then we get told that we've got to come straight here. He wouldn't give us a straight answer. I didn't think it was a wrong thing to, you know.
It makes no odds you're here now. We have a small settle, or score to settle, and that's the city's money, or what's remaining of it.
Yep, it's in the tavern.
I can't guarantee your safety when you return if I don't return with something.
Yeah, and we've left 300,000 gold in the basement of the tavern.
I'll have someone collect it. How much did you say it was?
Yeah, just over 300,000. Plus or minus 5, I don't know.
I think it's 306.50. Yeah, 500. Sorry,
How much is it?
306,500. I think he said it was before.
Yeah, well, that's fucked it.
Sorry, from a
He
meta
makes-
point of view, just let Isla be imprecise like he was trying to do.
He makes a note of the precise figure that Thorin gives him.
For someone who's charismatic,
I-
fuck's sake.
I didn't realise we were talking in game. I was telling you what it was. Sorry.
Oh well, cat's out the bag now. Gonna have an IOU when we get back, I think.
Made a very non-profitable tavern.
As he's writing it down, there's a knock on the door, and you turn and you see that Dernan, the proprietor of the Yawning Portal, walks in, and he looks at Mert, gives him a frosty look. I don't agree with this. I don't agree with sending these in to pay for what? Save the city, Mert. Mert says, I know, but we have to make it look like, well, this is superficial. It's really the only way. The Castellantas leave too much of a mark on this city. Before long, people will come to realise or think to themselves that the Castellantas were the innocent party and that these were the guilty party, and we just lower them into the jaws of death that way. Mert sort of nods. Well, don't forget I was in that meeting too. I hope you boys know what you're letting yourself in for. And I hope you got your wits about you.
Well, we're stubborn and we've been through some things. Whether we'll come out or not, we'll find out, won't we? But as I'm sure Mert and everyone else will attest to, I'm a stubborn little bastard. But between us, we've got the big man. We've got the sneak who you can't even see. He's not even here. We'll do our best. Have you got
I've
any?
had bravado, and I've had the bravado kicked out of me. You just need to be aware. Now, I only ask one thing. Do you know what that one thing is? I have one ask before you go into that. Well,
Is it one gold piece?
Share a drink.
just one gold piece. And if I was you, with the amount of attention and eyes in this room that not even I can control or see, well, I don't think there's much better time than the present.
Have you got any tips? Head on a swivel?
Yeah. Whoever's at the rear, make sure they're looking back. There is nothing down there that wants to keep you safe. So this is where you finish, mate, and I pick it up as usual.
Before we do go down, there's a chap in your bar, and I describe Italian to Dernan. I go, do you know him? Is he local?
I've seen him in here. Well, I haven't seen him in here. I've seen people that he knows him that've been in here.
Thoughts?
He's from the north, as most of his ilk is, I guess. They're like the wild places.
Okay, good to know. And I just turn around to the others and say, listen, I'm not too sure how much we can trust this Talion, but I think where we're going, it'll be better to have more than less.
Agreed.
Maybe we bring him along and see how he gets on. But let me have
All
a...
I'll say is, and you'll have to get it from him, but you have a mutual friend, and we'll leave it at that.
Okay.
If there's nothing else,
Well, you seem to have at least the vibe that you want us to survive down there. I have this book. I take the book out and show it to him. If anybody writes their name in this book, I can write you a message and you'll hear it. And when you speak, the letters will appear on the page and then disappear. Would you like to write your name in the book, and we can perhaps ask for your help, advice?
Vernon takes the book and he scrolls his name in it.
Thank you. It's appreciated.
Put your hand in your pocket. Let's go for a walk. And he opens the doors, and you walk out into the busy hustle and bustle again of the yawning portal. Tavis, you're up with Veronica, sharing a glass.
Well, Veronica is.
Fucking hell, Gene.
Yeah, what are you gonna say? Here I am, just Gene. You know what? I wish I could have been Gene. But I'm not Gene. I'm Tavis. And what happened, happened. And I'm grateful for all the help that you gave us. My destiny lies really deep south. But you know, Maloon saw something in me. He gave me a chance. He could have chucked me in jail. He didn't. I think you've seen me make something of that. I just wanted to take the time to say thank you. And you're alright. And I'll just try lean in and kiss her cheek.
And as you do, this gnome just wraps her arms around your legs and she just hugs you. And for the first time, you see this hard fighting exterior just sort of melt away into just being just being a girl in a bar as she holds on tight. And then she pats you, and then as she pulls away, she pushes you and she wipes her eye. And as she pushes you away, you see that you see the heads of your friends start to walk in single file behind Durnan towards the well.
Yeah. And she'll see me do the same thing. Say good luck,
Okay.
goodbye, and turn around and follow.
Talion as well, you see that they've now walked out and now walking towards the bar. Walking towards the well.
Can I just cut in at that point, if that's all right, please? I don't walk over towards the well, but I scope out Talion and make my way over towards him. And I look at him and I just say, every single one of these people stood behind me. I've met on the road, living their own lives, and we've come together, and it's become my family. Now, the more people in that well, probably the better chance we have of surviving. Now, I don't fully trust you yet. Maybe one day I can. But if you do anything at all to hurt me or my friends, I will jam my fist down your throat and cast Thunderwave and blow your insides out your arse. And with that, I'll kind of use like a Wrath of the Storm just to make my hand crackle. A little bit of Tempest lightning. And use Thaumaturgy just to make a small rumble of thunder. And kind of make my eyes flash even more blue than what they are. So now if you
when you look at that, when you see this sort of crackle of this blue light between the fingers, just ever so slightly, and you feel almost like the pressure in the air change around you while he says it, you kind of get a glimpse in his eyes of the pupils aren't quite right. This look of just pure wave, like a wave just in his eyes, just a storm at sea. You can feel it radiating from him, and it just dies down.
Wrong words for a small chap. But I like the fact that you're willing to stand up for your friends.
And they stand
Sounds like where we're going. I'm going there as well. It's a place where more would be better than just one. If you'll have me, I'll join your band for now. And hopefully we'll be able to find what we need on this earth.
Well, that's a conversation for another time because we can't help each other if we don't know what we're looking for. But for now, let's pay this gold. Let's get down this well. Let's quicker into it, quicker out of it.
Sounds good to me.
Do I see Ezreal in the room?
Roll a perception check.
13. 15, sorry.
15. Yes, you do. But you're being carried along now with the rest of the group as you're heading towards the.
Right, okay.
As you're heading towards the well.
No problem.
I would like all of you at this point just to roll an insight check. Roll a perception check, please.
$11.
24.
Oh, ding ding.
20.
12.
13.
What's she?
13.
Do it in the accent.
13.
The fucking
And, sorry?
Mine was 12 as well.
This is quite a slow process. You get a lot of people. You kind of feel like a bit of a rock star. You're almost like when the Ghostbusters arrive at the foot of the building before they go in. There's a lot of people all crowding round and hustle and sort of bustling. And it's not a straight walk. It's not easy to get to. There's a lot of people that want to talk to you, kind of want to weigh you up, kind of want to put a bet on, kind of want to see what you're made of. And throughout this walk, each of you are hearing different sort of snippets of conversation. And based on those scores in the next session, or before the next session, you will each get the part of the rumor or snippet of the conversations that you've had. I won't do it now, but each will have heard something on the way to the well. From people in the crowd if they stop you and whatever. And you get to the well, and it's a crescendo of people that are cheering and leering, and people that are slamming the tables and stamping their feet. and Dernan arrives at the well, and you've never heard this before, not once in the whole time that you've been there. But he rings a bell. He rings a bell. There's 3 sharp rings, and the whole place goes quiet. No ifs, no buts, no coughs, no splutters. Just quiet on that ring. Everyone knows who's rung that bell. For a moment, everyone sits down. The whole place just goes quiet and still. And Dernan stands there and says, I don't agree with this. I don't agree that we ask more of these people, of these party, of these friends. But this is what it is. We know what the well is. And we know what I ask. What do I ask? Everyone shouts, a gold! The whole place just erupts. A gold! They start cheering and yelling. And he offers his hand out to Isla.
Yeah, high five and then give him a gold.
Takes the gold. Thorin.
Yeah, I walk over and flick him the gold coin.
Catches it. Tavis.
Yeah, really subtly palm him 2 gold coins.
He looks at it and says, that's optimistic.
We'll see.
Talion.
I take the coin out, place it in his hand.
Morphos.
Yep. Bodysuit.
Negan.
I blow a smoke ring and then I flick the coin through the ring into his hand.
Takes it. You can have inspiration on the next session.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
And he puts the coins into his purse. And he rings the bell, and the place goes still and quiet and seated. Who will be first into the well?
I'll go.
Marching orders.
Me.
Isla.
Yeah,
Oh,
straight after. Straight after.
Tavis.
+8 initiative.
I'll follow Tavis.
Negan.
Yeah, I'll go.
Thorin. He's after Thorin.
I'll go last.
Talion.
I'll go wherever I'm going.
Morphos. He pulls on the rope, and he shifts the winch round and over, and you see that there's a bucket waiting for your foot, Isla. And he pulls onto the rope, and he pulls the rope over to you, and you put one foot up on the wall, and you look down at this huge expanse, this huge drop, the first step into the Undermountain. And as you take hold of that rope, you hear the first clap. And you look round and you see Mert standing there. Then 3 strings. Then Edsville, somewhere else. And Renier. And then you see Veronica up on the top. And then you see Rimple and Mina clapping, standing up where everyone else is sitting down. And then lastly, see Frederick clapping. And he looks and he nods. And Durden looks at you, Isla, and says, "Good luck."
Thank you. We'll be all right. We've got each other.
You step into the bucket.
Yeah. So you give a nod to Frederick, Brimple, Mert, 3 strings. Let's go.
And your foot steps into that bucket. The whole place erupts again. Everyone's on their feet. Everyone's yelling. Everyone starts to place bets. They become lost in the crowd. As you take hold of the rope, transfer your weight over to the bucket, and then start the descent. Feel the rope moving round in the winch. You start to be lowered down. You see the rough stone walls of the tower, the broken ancient tower. And you're going for a couple of minutes, feels like longer, before finally the bucket comes to a stop inches above a sandy floor in a stone room with decrepit and rusted and battered old shields mounted on the walls all the way around. You can see that there's a doorway out, and you take your foot and place it onto the sand and feel it crunching underneath. You look up and see the light from above as you step out the winch, and the winch starts to go back up. And as you look up, you can see Tavis taking that first step across into the bucket, ready to descend. Lowered. Negan into the bucket and lowered. As the two of you look around and take in the stale air that's coming in from the dungeon. One by one, each of you make it to the floor on the first level of the Undermountain. The cheers distant above. And that's where we'll leave it for tonight.